Hello everybody, today we're going to be doing an Anime Guardians Exodia Sukuna Cursed King showcase. If we look at his stats here, he has pretty decent stats overall. A secret for SPA, like a mythical for attack, and whatever that is for range. They're pretty decent. Here he is up close. Exodia right there. In case you're wondering how to get him, you come over here and talk to Yuta, and he'll give you a quest, which if you come down here and complete 40 waves of the infinite story mode, the very first one, on the large village, go to Nightmare Infinite, clear 40 waves with this, and you'll unlock the portal. And you go to Tower Adventure Portal, and you need to make it all the way to floor 30, and you'll unlock him. And now if you want to upgrade him, it's fairly simple, but it does require quite a few upgrade materials. Mainly the red rune upgrades. You need 10 red runes, plus an additional 15. So you need 25 total red rune stones to upgrade him, because you need 15 for the evolution. But 10 red rune stones, 15 green, 10 blue, 10 purple, and 2 rainbows to make the cursed finger. And then you bring it over to Psycho, but you just go to your normal Sukuna. And here you can evolve him with 15 total red runestones and the cursed finger you just made. He does not have another evolution stage like Rimuru has, where you can evolve him into a secret unit. So you do not have to worry about upgrading him any farther. And now we'll move on to the showcase, where we go into Infinite. Start, and we'll select Fast Wave, vote to start, place down Senko. He has gold 3, so he is fairly decent. Help us start away pretty quickly. Upgrade him, we'll place down our Sukuna. His first attack is a line attack that doesn't have an extreme amount of range, but even with my pink stat for him, it does have 30 range. It's fairly decent, and it is a multi-hit attack. He starts off with 3k attack, but because of his passive, Final Curse, every enemy he kills, he gains an additional 0.1%, which can increase his total damage up to 15 for a buff, which can make him fairly strong. And he has Curse 1, which adds Curse status after hitting enemies, and it causes 20% more bleeding. And Curse 2, which makes enemies take 20% more damage when afflicted with that curse. So we'll take his first upgrade, which increases his damage to 15k. With the buff, 0.4, 4.3 SPA, 34.6 range. Upgrade 2 as in 4.3 SPA, 36.1 range, and 18k attack. And then upgrade 3 is 4.1 SPA, 42.1 range. And with that, we have his flame arrow attack, which is a cone, which shoots a flame attack, which I believe is also a multi-hit, so it is fairly decent, which does 24,000 damage, 4.1 SPA, 45.1 range, increased again to upgrade 5, 4 SPA, 46.6 range, upgrade again, 3.9 SPA with a 48.1 range and a 32,000 damage, and upgrade 7 is 38.4 thousand damage now, and an SPA of 3.8. Range is 49.6, and for his final attack pattern is Final Cleaver, which is a large AoE circle attack that does 40,000 damage with a 3.8 SPA, 52.6 range. Upgrade 9 brings that SPA back up to 4.1. with a 55.6 range, which is a fairly large circle. And he's doing 44.9 thousand attack with his 10% buff that he's gotten so far. Upgrade 10 is 50,000.7. SPA is 4.1, and with a range of 57.1. His final upgrade brings him up to 43.9 thousand damage with a SPA of 4, and with a range of 58.6, which is a humongous circle at this point. We'll wait until his buff is maxed out, so I'll bring you guys back when he's killed enough enemies to bring that up to 15. And we're back. He has a max buff of 15.1. I'm not sure what causes that, but he gets an extra 0.1%. And it's supposed to max out at 15, but it's not that big of a difference. So his max damage with his mythical stat is 55.8. Everything else stays the same because it only increases damage. And his Malevolent Shrine will boost his damage up to 104.2 thousand while hitting about 30 times, I believe. This has a huge range whenever it's activated, which covers the entirety of any map, so you don't need to worry about it. You can use it whenever you need. And then his damage will drop back down, so from 104 back down to 55.8. And if we have an idol, we can place her down, upgrade her to do 50% more damage, which increases his total stat up to 80,000 with his 15.1 buff that he does to himself, which brings up his buff to 65.1 attack. And he's also losing or gaining a faster attack speed while gaining more range, so it's not just the attack that gains a buff, but a 3.6 SPA, which is fairly quick. It's faster than when his final upgrade would increase his attack speed. And he also does 64.5 range, which is a pretty substantial large circle. You can place him almost anywhere on some kind of curve and he'll probably wipe out most of the units. He's having a tough time because we're on wave 30. But that's not really that much. This person will probably get through just because he doesn't deal a whole lot just by himself. So I'll place down my Albedo over here. She should be able to handle this guy, especially because of her stun. Her stun is what makes her really good, along with her burst damage. Okay, we're back. He now has his Malevolent Shrine. Now remember, before his attack was about 104,000, and that was when he had 55 attack. And we'll see what the idle boost plus his what the idle boost does, because he had 15 before I used it before. It brings it up to 128.4 thousand. And here we can see it hits about 30 times and clearing out the entire map. This can do about, I believe, 3 to 5 million. Just because it hits so many times. And his damage will eventually drop back off down to 80%, or 80,000, my bad. From 128,000. And that's basically the entire review of Sukuna, Exodia. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys later.